Welcome to Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Freedom Cry DLC, if I'm not mistaken. So, what is this? Well, as I just said, it's DLC for Assassin's Creed 4, and it's a little bit different than the main game because, first of all, you don't play as Edward Kenway. This time you play as Adewale, and that's he was a member of the crew of Edward Kenway for some time in the main game, as you probably know if you played Assassin's Creed 4. And in this DLC he has his own adventure. And he also has his own type of weapons. I mean, just look at the badass gun on your back, which is a blunderbuss. See, it's a one-shot weapon that can mow down a whole group of enemies with one shot. You even get an achievement for that if you shoot down 5 at once. And you have a fucking cool machete. So instead of twin blades, you now have just one big blade, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty nice weapon. So what is the plan of this DLC? What do you have to do? Well, you have a couple of missions you can do. It's not really that much work. I'd say in about 3 hours you're done. But you can also do a lot of side stuff, as in liberating slaves. Because in this DLC you are taking a closer look to that dark page of our history, you know, when slavery was still a thing. And it sometimes really grabs you by the throat and shoves it in your face, like, you know, this is what happened. And it's pretty brutal sometimes. I must admit, I don't have that a lot with games, but this game, this DLC technically, really showed some parts that was really, it really gave me a good, it kind of gave you an idea how it could have been. I'm not saying this is exactly how it was. Probably not, but it was. I think the developers did a pretty good job to give you an impression what to expect. Like these guys are torturing slaves. So of course I can't let that happen. Oh, that asshole is trying to shoot me. Now, the problem with liberating slaves sometimes is that these scumbags will kill the slaves while you are trying to save them. So some will keep you busy and then others will try to kill them. Now, so far I don't see them going for the slaves there, which is a good thing, by the way. But sometimes you have a scumbag that will try that. Now, you have to be careful for that. As you might know, this machete, I'm not going to say it kills that much faster, but it's pretty good. So, you can liberate these guys, and they'll be very thankful. And some of them will join the resistance and then help you become a part of your crew or something like that. And, oh, someone up there. And, okay, he's just, yeah, you're dead now. So, but that's just one of the many places where you can find slaves that you can liberate. See, here's a group of them. They're being transported by those. Oh, there seems to be a lot of them. Well, come on, attack me, man. Nope. He tripped. No. It's pretty brutal what he does with that machete. It's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, he's dead. See, another group I can liberate here. And you can find things like this all over the world. Now, I'll show you that here. So, this is technically the world of Freedom Cry, you know what you get. It's pretty big for DLC, I think, you know, you got a lot to do. But most of the stuff happens here at Port-au-Prince. And as you can see here, these are plantations. Now in these plantations you can liberate a lot more slaves, like 30. And of course you'll have to kill a lot of guards, or sometimes you just have to steal the key, and then without anyone noticing you have to unlock all the barracks where the or sheds where the slaves are being kept, which can sometimes be a bit of a challenge. The easiest thing you can do is do this. This is a slave ship. By the way, you also have your own ship, and you can sail the seas, you know, just like in Assassin's Creed 4 now. And these slave ships have 90 slaves on them. So if you manage to liberate, and by the way, you do not shoot at the slave ship. You have to shoot the ships that are escorting the slave ship, and then you have to board the slave ship, kill the enemy soldiers on board, and then you have saved the slaves. And well, and in this case, that's 90. Now you get an achievement if you liberate 500, and trust me, you just need a couple of slave ships with 90 on it, and then you're there. I mean, that is actually pretty easy. The problem might be that you have to upgrade your ship a bit, which you're probably familiar with if you played Assassin's Creed 4. Now here it's a bit easier because a lot of ships carry a lot of goods, and you don't have to grind that as much as in Assassin's Creed 4, which I'm very thankful for. Now you can do that here at your hideout, where also your ship is, the Experto Crede, I guess, and that's pretty nice. But it's what I like the most is just the weapons you get are a bit different. See, I can show that here. Look at that. All three of them down with one shot. It's a pretty badass weapon, huh? The blunderbuss. It's it's a pretty badass. Problem is, it's one shot, but that one shot, it counts. Anyone that's in your way is pretty much dead. Now, how do you get better weapons? Well, most of that you have to find in your travels at sea. But sometimes you also get rewards if you free enough slaves. I think you get a new machete at 300 slaves if you save 300 slaves, and you get a new blunderbuss if you free 400. Or someone is chasing a slave there. Oh, I accidentally missed him. No, you're not gonna kill him. I will not allow it. I mean, what a bunch of scumbags. I mean, enslaving them is not enough. They also have to hunt them down like animals. I mean, no, see? No. I will not allow it. See, as you can see there, I have freed 559 slaves. Oh. Oh, really? These scumbags. Yeah, let's do it. You know, match for me. This is actually an auction I just interrupted there, where the slaves are being sold. But you can disrupt that and free them. I mean, it's, like I said, it's pretty bad. See, they're just being auctioned here. I'm just glad I can free them, you know, so they don't have to suffer anymore there. So, technically, the more slaves you free, the more rewards you get. And like I said, you get an achievement if you free 500. And that is technically one of the biggest side activities you can do. Of course, you can also sail on your ship and investigate the water a bit. Now, I think I can show you that very quickly. Or at least I certainly hope so. Yes. So, I'm just gonna show you the ship, you know, and what you can expect there, and I think then you have a pretty good idea of what this DLC might offer. I mean, I'm not gonna show anything of the story. I completed the story, so I'd have to reload a chapter or something. But I think that's more something you might want to check out yourself. It's a pretty good story. It's pretty intense at certain points. I mean, there's a point where I was really like, oh my god, this is just, this is intense, you know. I'm not going to say which one that is, but it has something to do with a ship. So any one of you that might have already played this DLC might know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I'd say play the DLC and then you'll probably know what I'm talking about. It's a pretty good DLC. I'm not gonna talk bollocks here and say like, oh yeah, it's a fantastic DLC and like that. No, it's really a good one. Now, as you can see, you have your own ship here, and just like in Assassin's Creed 4, you can travel around and do whatever you want. And that's pretty cool that they also put this in this DLC, your own ship, and you know, you can do whatever you want. You can once again attack other ships like these ones, and well, technically what you want to do. And I really like that. I like that you can once again do this, because I think this is one of the coolest things in Assassin's Creed 4 and also in Assassin's Creed 3. You know, on your own ship doing these missions, that's pretty cool. And well, I'd say that's about it for Assassin's Creed 4 Freedom Cry. I hope you now have a bit of an idea what you can expect in this DLC. Maybe you're even convinced in buying it or giving it a try. I can definitely recommend it if you are not 100% certain. Now, why should you take my word for it? Well, you don't have to, but I'm just saying, I'm a gamer, I enjoyed this, so maybe you'll enjoy it as well. Let me just say, if you enjoyed Assassin's Creed 4, you're probably going to enjoy this. So that should probably be enough reason, I'd say. Anyway, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.